Welcome, fearless seekers of truth. This is Mysteries, and today we stand at the cosmic crossroads of the Bucegi Mountains, a place where wind-sculpted stone seems to listen, and every ridge whispers of secrets older than memory. We journey now into caverns, myths, and a legend that asks, what if the past is not what we think? Two threads run through this mountain, the tangible, limestone halls and sacred springs, and the speculative, whispered claims of a hidden hall of records. Between monastery bells and ancient rites, we ask, where does history end and myth begin? Our map will move from stone to rumor, from geologic fact to a story that set alternative historians abuzz in 2003. Imagine the cave's breath, cool, damp, ancient. Light meets stone, and time folds inward. A crystalline stream runs like memory itself, filtered through silver and clay. Touch the rock, and you touch stories. Of bears, of gods, of anchorites who sought the silence within. Over 2 millennia of human eyes have passed these slopes. We will examine geology and legend, evidence and imagination. This episode will not proclaim fact where there is none. It will instead open questions. Stay with us as we step into cave mouths and into stories that refuse to be easily explained. Are you anchored in the known, or willing to chase the unseen? Keep that question close as we go deeper. This is an invitation to wonder, to doubt, to listen. Let us begin. First, the cave itself, a geological symphony that is also a living archive. The Ialomița Cave will be our anchor, what we can touch and study. Come with me into the stone. Nestled at 1,530 to 1,600 meters, the Ialomița Gorges hold a limestone cathedral carved by time. Accessible from Bucharest via Sinaia, the cave is a reachable pilgrimage for those who seek it. A 30-40-minute guided tour reveals corridors shaped over millions of years. Limestone and subterranean rivers, erosive patience building galleries, tunnels and chambers, stalactites and stalagmites grow drop by drop. Nature's slow architecture. Some corridors are alive with streams, others are fossilized, silent and older than memory. In the Bear Hall, bones remind us of an ice age past. Ursus spelaeus, 10,000 years gone. The skeletal remains are a haunting index of climate and survival. In the sanctuary, nature echoes human architecture. Stalactites curving like a church altar. Silver-laden rock and clay filter water, giving the stream a reputation for purity. Modern lighting and pathways make the cave accessible, revealing its textures without harm. Geology tells a patient story, not of secrets, but of processes we can study and date. Visitors often report a sense of timelessness, a feeling not data but real to those who experience it. Some find the cave sacred, others merely beautiful. Both reactions are part of the site's living history. From darkness to light, the cave invites reflection, and this blend of fact and feeling is central to its power. At the mouth of the cave, a monastery anchors the site in living faith, yet the sanctity predates Christianity. Dacian reverence for Zalmoxis lingers in local lore. Next, the human stories woven into stone, priests, anchorites, and legends that persist. The Dacians, a Thracian people, saw caves as dwellings of Zalmoxis, a god of immortality. Legends speak of a sacred stone, gifted to humans by the divine, a story repeated in many cultures. Anchorites once meditated in these depths, leaving an intangible resonance that visitors still report. The 16th century Ialomița Monastery sits at the threshold, an intersection of Christian practice and older beliefs. Christianity layered new rituals over older ones, but the place's sacred quality remained. Pilgrims still come, drawn by both faith and the cave's aura. European funding brought paths, lighting, and safety. The cave is open and monitored. A small fee grants access to the main halls. A 30 to 40-minute guided tour. Tours bring stories, care, and interpretation, shaping how we understand the place. Claustrophobic passages may challenge some. This is a place of both awe and physical limits. Acoustics amplify footsteps and whispers. The cave seems to hold its own memory. Conservation matters. The cave is an archive of climate and life that must be preserved. Local legend enriches the scientific frame. Tales of healing waters and stones that grant wishes. Stories of strange lights and energy fields thread into the mountain's mystique. Natural formations take on mythic meanings. People read power lines and portals where none may exist. And now, the story that moved from local myth to global conjecture, the alleged Hall of Records of 2003. We turn to the claims, the sources, and the questions they raise. Proceed cautiously. What follows moves from documented site to speculation and debate. In 2003, alternative outlets reported that ground-penetrating radar found something extraordinary beneath the Bucegi, an artificial dome sealed by an energy barrier. The tale traveled fast across forums and blogs. Enter Cesar Brad, an operative alleged to have peered into this hidden chamber. According to the accounts, Brad found stone tables projecting holograms, DNA strands and planetary diagrams. Inscribed characters were described as part familiar, part unreadable, a cipher of unknown origin. A hall that apparently responded to consciousness, a claim that moves immediately into science fiction. The story continued, 3 tunnels, each leading to astonishing places. Giza, an inner-earth crystal city, and interdimensional corridors. Connections were made to Giza and to legends of inner-earth civilizations, claims with cosmic implications. Allegations grew. NATO and Pentagon involvement, restrictions, Department Zero guarding access. The narrative turned political, classified files, elite concern, and whispers of a global cover-up. Yet no official Romanian, NATO or Pentagon records confirm the story. No public file exists. Mainstream science calls the story improbable. Caves of limestone are unstable and unlikely places for such preserved tech. Still, history surprises us. Ancient tech like the Antikythera mechanism reminds us not to dismiss all anomalies out of hand. The story taps archetypes, hidden records, forbidden knowledge, Plato's cave, ideas that have power regardless of proof. In the information age, these narratives spread rapidly, an interplay of longing, fear, and the hunger for meaning. Critical voices insist on standards, reproducible data, peer review, and geological plausibility. Limestone caves erode and collapse. A stored technological vault is geologically unlikely, but whether myth or hidden truth, the legend teaches us more about ourselves than about the mountain. It reveals how we want to be seen and what we hope to find. The Bucegi are many things, a landscape of wonder, a cluster of 34 caves and a canvas for human meaning. Each cave adds a chapter: solitude in the Hermit's Cave, the hollow of Pestera Avenue, the weathered Sphinx watching the sky. Together they feel like a network of places where earth and story meet. Why do we tell such stories? To anchor us in mystery, to seek meaning beyond material facts. Stories of forbidden halls satisfy a hunger, for wonder, for belonging, for the idea that history hides secrets meant for the brave. Science and story need each other. Skepticism restrains, imagination inspires. We have found inexplicable things before, instruments and landscapes that confound expectations. The planet holds patterns we are still learning to read. Perhaps the greatest discoveries are not objects, but questions that refuse to die. Will you anchor yourself in the known, in published papers and stratigraphic charts, or will you chase echoes, the unseen, the possibility of something beyond our current frame? Both impulses are human, both, when balanced, move us forward. The Ialomița Cave grounds us, a place measurable and lived in. The Hall of Record story stretches our imagination beyond that ground. Maybe one day evidence will change our maps, maybe the story will remain myth. Both outcomes invite us to ask better questions. The Earth keeps its archive, sometimes written in strata, sometimes in story. So what will you choose? The safety of the known or the pull of the unseen? Tell us in the comments, share your experience, keep seeking, keep wondering. Until our next adventure, let the mysteries of the world ignite your soul.